paycheck, a Purdy's paycheck either.
Do you know Purdy, dude? You stop acting like you know these people.
No, I've actually known Purdy for like 2.5 years now.
Because she sends you money.
Dale, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you for supporting the Grift, Dale. As well as Gina with the $7 Canadian. And Tara with the $10 over on Venmo just to piss the guests off. I appreciate that.
I got a question, man. Why did you?
Alexander with a $100 super chat on YouTube saying, I'm actually under the influence right now. How did he know? Yes, let's go. The Grift is, well, fuck, I didn't mean to say that. Thank you for the $100, Alexander. Thank you for the $100, Alexander.
You're not
Heart Killer with the $10.
Okay,
Odysseus with the 10 as well. I appreciate y'all so much for the love.
I'm not jealous. I don't care. You're not making me mad. You're just proving my point.
I think that you're jealous.
I'm just saying it how it is.
Ken, thank you for the $25. And it is his ego that's a problem. Thank you for the love, Ken. Let's get 250 Ken W's down below in that chat. Well, man, no, I'm just a benevolent, good faith actor, thanking my donors for their contributions.
You know what the Bible says?
I don't intend to make you mad.
Hey, what good is if I gain the whole world if I lose my soul? You can gain the whole world but lose your soul.
Are you just suggesting that I've lost my soul?
I mean, being disingenuous is losing your soul in a way. I don't know your soul, but I hope you have it.
Yeah, so I think that you are an interesting combination of two things. Can I tell you what those two things are?
What good is the gain of the whole world if you will die someday and you'll say, I was a grifter.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
I never stood for anything I said.
I'm going to tell you the two things that I think that you're a combination of. I think that you're a combination of jealousy and cope. So I think that the jealousy is rooted in the fact that I
think you're a narcissist for thinking I'm jealous, because that's what narcissists tend to say, isn't it? It's a dark triad feature.
Yeah, I think that narcissists can tend to accuse individuals of being jealous without reason, but I'm calling you jealous with good reason. That very specific good reason being that I brought you up here and I asked you why you support Trump, and then the first thing that you went to is how much money I get donated. Now, I think that that's why you're jealous.
That wasn't the point.
That's
the point was not the money.
I'd appreciate if you'd stop interrupting me. Now, the second thing that I said that you were is like hope, all right? And this is rooted in the fact that you like truly don't believe that I believe in what I say on these lives. Like, you understand that everything that I say is backed up with a cogent argument that like generally cannot be proven wrong with rebuttal, because I've revised my position so much to be in alignment with fact, reason, and reality. So like when you hear somebody like talking about the world, talking about politics, talking about policy, talking about people, and sharing opinions that are different than your own that you can't prove wrong, at the end of the day, you basically come to the conclusion that I'm going to delude myself into thinking that not even they believe it, so I don't have to take it seriously. Right? So I think that you're a combination of that cope with the jealousy. Now, before you continue, go ahead and continue to mean mug that camera while I thank a handful of people here. Erica, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo, saying my favorite part of this stream, the jealous tiny brain caller doesn't know when to stop and projects their insecurities, causing me to laugh and donate to Dean. Yes, thank you for the $20, Erica, as well as Sammy with the $15. Kimberly with the $25 on Venmo to get my soul back. Thank you, Kimberly. Yvonne, thank you for the $50 over on Venmo, saying this guest is manipulated by Dean so much that he just had to come in here to the live and lose his soul. Thank you for the love, Yvonne. I hope that you're doing well. Show some love to Yvonne down below for the 50. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Oh my God. As well as Samantha for the $200 donation over on PayPal. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
My God. Show some love to Samantha down below in that queue for the $200. Do you think that's half of Samantha's paycheck, sir?
Probably.
Okay, her message says, got a $33,000 bonus today, so definitely not half of my paycheck, but I wanted to be a wage cut.
I'm sure that happened.
Thank you for the love, Samantha. You were awesome. Thank you for the $200.
Sure
that is incredibly kind of you.
Bonus.
Thank you so much, Samantha. As well as Arlo with $1, sure. Alex with the $10, and Isabella with the $30. Thank you for the love, Isabella, accusing this guy of having a full-on tantrum. And then Megan, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo for her favorite grifter. And then Gracie with the $30 on Venmo. Jealousy is a bad look on you, Andrew. And then Cam with the $10 asking me to please make him turn his camera. Amy with the $6 and the 66 cents, and Amin with the 10. I appreciate every single one of y'all so much for the love, on top of Cameron for the 10. Okay, so anyways, do you want to get back to the main topic of why you support Trump?
Dude, she really fucking say jealousy is a bad look, bro. Fuck.
So why do you support Trump? Try again, Andrew.
Listen, bro. Trump is Trump is actually making changes, and it's evident based on how many people with your phenotype are upset every day. I mean, go to r/complaints, and you can see these Redditors. They cry every day.
People with my phenotype?
I hate Republicans so much. They're extremists and all this. And
I'm still caught up on the phenotype part. Do you know what a phenotype is?
yeah, your type of phenotype.
What's a phenotype?
It's a type of person.
Like a personality type? No, it's
Well,
gonna be like physical traits.
You want the so you're trying to do the thing where you win on a technicality. Okay, do you?
Well, I know I wasn't even trying to win. I was just trying to like understand like what physical traits I possess
like the
that like would group me
explanation
into a
of how
larger
you
group of
see the
individuals that don't
type
support
as a-
Trump. Right, because like
you
I'm like a young
you know-
like white guy, so I mean like I feel like my demographic doesn't typically disdain Trump, so I don't know if it's like people with
So
my
you don't know
phenotype.
how, do you know how like metaphors are used in place of other words?
No, I just use words in their definitions. That's what I know. Obviously, you don't. So, what did you mean to say? Try again.
Actually, that's not true because everybody speaks in a way where they'll use a word that has a literal definition for a different subject of a ideological object.
Okay, just what did you mean to say? Try again.
Do you want the definition of phenotype, or do you want to? Do you
No,
understand?
I'm just
what I'm
asking you to try again because I honestly don't understand what you're saying. I've never heard like a different definition of phenotype before. So just replace it with another word or expand on what you meant.
Okay, yeah. The phenotype of a Dean supporter is the weakest group of individuals in a human society that must rely on the group and support from others in order to feel like they'll be able to survive. They think the smallest issue is something that's going to put them in imminent danger, and they're incapable of viewing the world through an objective lens because they're very religious. They're pompous, religious people
Were you
who
quoting the Bible when you joined?
others according to their own woke religious ideology. You are the priest of this woke religion. You're not the Pope, but you're up there. And you direct your other religious idiocrats to do as you say and donate you money.
You're back on the donations. I want to make it clear. Did you know when you talk about
hitting that anxiety pen right now?
Hell yes, I am. Did you know that when you talk about my donations, it causes more people to donate to me? Which
I don't
then
care about
upsets
your donations, man. You're gonna get donations no matter what.
Dude, okay,
I'm
cut the crap. No. The last guest didn't care about my donations. The guest before the last guest didn't care
And you
about
still
my
got
donations.
donations.
Somehow, 80% of the people that join the stream truly don't care about the donations. And the reason I know that
you get donations
is because
all the time. I watch
they
it all
don't
the
talk
time.
about them. But see, what happens when you start talking about the donations is then all
my
of a
God,
sudden
Angry
we have like
Dean is
a
coming
billion
out, dude.
people send a donation.
I see you
just
trying
because
to
you
pull
won't.
it together. You can see the seam starting to pop off.
Okay.
Yeah, clip this.
So I think
Something's
that
about to happen.
there's like one category of like shit that my guests say that truly gag me. It's just
The
like
anxiety
shit.
pen, is that your sleeper word?
Yeah, that's funny though. That's good. That's good. No, but anyways, there's like a category of shit that Kes can say that truly gag me, and typically that
Ew, they
category,
gag you, dude.
and typically that
Okay,
category,
was that the
and typically that category would include shit that like
That
literally
wasn't the
makes
little-
no sense. So it's like you just made an argument that you basically support Trump to own the libs, and then at the end you say that like I have my seams falling out. And then, like, I didn't even know how to respond to that because, like, what?
No.
I don't know. It's just confusing. Anyways, so let's sum it up. You support Trump to own the libs, right?
No. I support Trump because he's actually making changes in this country, and that's evident because the libs are owned. But that I don't care
Okay,
about
what's
the libs.
what's your favorite change that Trump is making in the country?
Here's one. Lowest cost of pharmaceuticals.
Oh, lowering cost of pharmaceuticals. Are you talking about the executive order that he signed in on day one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you know that that actually implemented no change because it didn't implement any type of restrictions or boundaries on costs for pharmaceutical producers? It was just simply a plea to ask them to politely lower their costs. If we want to see real change, if we actually want to see a reduction in the price of pharmaceuticals, well, then you should have supported Kamala Harris because she supported policy to literally cap the amount that any American citizen could pay for out of pocket for private pharmaceutical drugs to $2,000 per year. And under her and Biden passed legislation to explicitly cap the amount that an American citizen could pay on it for insulin per month to $35. They didn't just pass a virtue signaling executive order begging and pleading pharmaceutical producers to lower their prices. So it's ironic because you came at me asking, or you came at me telling me that Donald Trump has implemented real material change, but your example here related to his EO and reducing the price of pharmaceuticals has led to no real material change because it was simply a baseless virtue signal from a pope to his followers. Funny enough, that's also a projection that you portrayed on me instead of the 34-count felon that pardoned violent criminals that is now federalizing cities across the country to take care of crime, even though he so obviously doesn't care about it at all. That's fucking rich. Now, Andrew, I'm going to go and thank people. Real quick, Natty, thank you for the $10, saying for Pope Dean, take my tithe. Thank you for the love, as well as Feisty with the $20. That's so mean, I'm not even going to read it. And then Kate with the $20 as well. I appreciate y'all for the love. Show some love to Katie, to Kate, to Feisty. I appreciate you all, as well as Rachel. Thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. For the love of Andrew's hairline, please kick him. Appreciate you for the love, Rachel. Show some love to Rachel down below, as well as Tiffany with the 3, Kelly with the 10.
Worth the money for that.
Max,
plan.
Thank you so much for the $25, saying stupid idiocrat who sees you as his pope. Thank you for the love, Max. Then Brendan with a 5, Erica with a 5, Bethany with a 5, saying pristine, Yusuf with a $10, Megan with a $10, saying my favorite grifter. Appreciate you so much for the love. Then Isabella, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal, saying hi Dean, massive support from Denmark. Massive support to Denmark. Thank you for the $20, Isabella. Evo with a 5. Then Alexandria, thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Oh my goodness, show some love to Alexandria. Alexandria says $49 for you, $1 for the wannabe to turn off his camera. And then Rosalie, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Rosalie. Alyssa with a 5. Jeremiah with a 5 for grifting and manipulating you. Base. Elizabeth with the $5 over on PayPal. And then Taylor with the $15 over on PayPal. And Megan with a 20, saying I could find a better idea to debate. Probably. We might move on soon. Thank you guys all so much for the love. Seriously, please show some love to all of our donors. Y'all are literally going insane right now. As well as Alex. Alex, hey, thank you for the $20 on YouTube Super Chat. Saying hi, Dean, as a victim of SA. I love watching your streams. Keep up what you do. Alex, I'm really sorry that happened to you, and I appreciate you for being here. I'm sorry that you, as well as other victims, have to hear like the dumb shit that guests can say sometimes about, you know what, Trump, Epstein, and whatnot. I always think about how hard that can be to hear from somebody that's a survivor. But I appreciate you for that love, Alex. All right, go ahead and respond, Andrew.
So you don't even if Trump does something that you agree with, you don't want to even, you just fight him no matter what.
Yeah, what did he do that I agreed with?
You don't understand that he's not just trying to lower the cost of pharmaceuticals. He's trying to make it so that it's the cost of pharmaceuticals in America is the lowest cost of any pharmaceutical sold anywhere in the world.
Yeah, that'd be great if he'd actually do something to regulate prices and not just ask them to lower them.
Well, did he not do the most that he could do?
No, because Biden did more, so obviously he could do more too.
So you're saying Biden could have done the same thing?
Yeah, Biden could have, and he did for insulin, and Kamala Harris wanted to do it for everything else through a different method by just simply limiting.
Okay, so if Biden could have done the same thing, why didn't he do it? And if he didn't do something like that and he could have, then why do you support him?
Yeah, because I still think that he was better than Trump. Easy answer.
Even though he wasn't capable of doing what you think he was, even though he didn't do it in 4 years?
So both Biden and Trump are capable of implementing massive widespread change to reduce the price of pharmaceuticals. Trump has done nothing. At least Biden implemented a $35 cap on one drug. That's better than zero. And a lot of that has to do with lobbyists, PACs, and influence on congressional support for big pharma. I think that the first step, if we want to see massive reform of pharmaceutical companies, massive reform of oil companies, is going to be to ban lobbyists. So I mean, like maybe that would like limit their ability to have like widespread change. So maybe I'd redact that comment. But what I can say is that Biden got it done for one drug. So I mean, that's better than zero.
Did Biden ever release an executive order to do what Trump did with pharmaceuticals?
He got it done through a policy. I think it was the American Rescue Plan. He limited the amount that an American could pay for insulin to $35 a month. He did more.
No, that's just insulin.
Yeah, the reason that it's more, even though it's one drug, is because Donald Trump's policy so far has impacted zero drugs.
But so Trump has shown interest in actually changing the cost of every drug in America to the lowest cost anywhere in the world, and Biden has not done that. He never did.
Yeah, I don't think that Donald Trump's virtue signals mean much to me because of how much he lies and how much he misleads. Like, for instance, would you agree that he's shown interest in reducing crime in America? Would you agree that
Have you ever lied?
Would you say that he's demonstrated like true interest and disdain for violent crime in this country?
Yeah, actually, he just locked down D.C.
So you think that Donald Trump condemns violent crime?
Wait. Why don't I answer though?
Yeah, I mean, you said yes.
The District of Columbia is federally controlled in order to get violent crime reduced and cleaned up, clean up the city.
So you think that he condemns violent crime? I have a question. Did he condemn the violent crime of DJ Rodriguez on January 6th, where he tried to unalive a cop by driving their own stun gun into their neck and then gave them a heart attack?
You know, you're actually bringing up something that is an entire case in and of itself, and that's what court is for. I'm not a lawyer, and this would take an entire court proceeding to actually authenticate.
To authenticate that he did that? Don't worry. The court proceeding already occurred. He pled guilty to it, and he was sentenced to 12 years in jail. This was like 4.5 years ago. So do you think that Donald Trump condemned DJ Rodriguez doing that?
Well, that was a pivot, because what you were talking about...
It's not a pivot. It's conceptually related towards condemnation of virtue signals of America.
You brought up one point. I'm talking generally. We're not on the same field right now.
Okay, well, so you're just saying that you don't want to engage in nuanced specifics. You just want to talk about
right
general
now,
virtue
as
signals.
of yesterday. I'm talking about Trump doing what he can to clean up entire cities right now as of yesterday, and you're talking about one specific case.
Right. Well, I'll tell you why. Because my first question was, do you think that Donald Trump condemns violent crime? Then you brought up his federalization of D.C. So then I asked you about one specific case for a specific reason. There was like 67 people that were found guilty of violent assault on cops on January 6th. And Donald Trump, for the most part, pardoned them all. He let them out of jail. He called them patriots. Like DJ Rodriguez, as one specific example, was found guilty of driving a stun gun into the neck of Officer Fanone, then gave him a heart attack. He was sentenced to 12 years in jail. He served 4. Then Trump let him out and called him a patriot. Obviously, this means that Donald Trump does not condemn violent crime, because if he did, he wouldn't be letting violent criminals out of jail. Not to mention that he himself is a 34-count felon that has also been held civilly liable for the rape of a woman. So, I mean, the reason or the greater motive or theme I bring up these points to you is just
civilly liable
that he's kind of just like a virtue signaling bullshitter. And that's his whole shtick, is to be a con man and to lie to people and to get people to support his to be a member of his cult, to let them view him as their religious leader. And like the greater point of me bringing up this theme of individuals viewing Trump as their religious cult leader is because that is exactly what you were describing of me earlier. But see, the difference between me and actual cult leaders is that I don't want people to just baselessly co-sign themselves to whatever I say. I want people to critically think and dictate what they believe in with reason, truth, fact, and logic. And I hope that this conversation is insurmountable evidence of that.
You actually do.
Yeah, best counter argument I've ever heard. You did great, bud.
Anxiety pen. I remember one time I made you turn your stream off because I pointed out your hair.
I have literally no clue what you're talking about. Do you want to respond to my points?
One time I said you were balding and you turned your stream off because you had nothing to say.
Yeah, chances are that I got banned. Well, I mean, it's actually not even chances are. That's what happened.
Oh. Listen, man. So, what do you mean?
I like how like fucking like gagged you are right now. Dude, the most satisfying thing to me is when like the rage baiter guest will come up here. And then I'll just like absolutely gag him. Like that was great. We had like what 25 seconds of silence there. Then he completely just forgot everything political that we were just talking about. Then he started talking about me balding. Dude, it's so satisfying. Thank you for sucking on your thumb like the baby you are. I appreciate you for being open and honest. Very cute.
Dude, what are we in kindergarten? Come on, man.
No, it's not we. It's just you.
How you roast people?
All right, we're not in kindergarten.
Oh, you're a baby. Okay, dude, you sound like, you know what? You sound like, listen, man, I don't know what part of what your long monologue of which you think you're the main character.
I don't think I'm the main character. I just, what?
Yes, you do. You're a narcissist. You have a live stream where you talk down to people for 8 hours per day. Of course, you think you're the main character.
Would you say that I'm talking down to you just because I'm correcting you on your misinformation and giving you the same energy you're giving me?
Listen, you're a bit better now. You have a better attitude. Seems like you've been humbled a bit, but you used to be a little prick. We all know that.
So you're saying that I used to be a narcissist? That was a great response to everything that I said.
Talk down on people like a damn asshole, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit more respectful to people now. And that's honestly because it just doesn't really faze me as much. You know, like if I wanted to like fight on your same level, you know, I would be calling you all these things too. I would be getting upset just like you, calling you a narcissist, going crazy, going ham. But you know, honestly, after doing this for so long and dealing with as many man
after I made you rage quit 2 different times
and dealing with as many man babies as I do per day, I'm just kind of used to it. Like this isn't new. It doesn't really faze me. Like, of course, we're going to have some, like, low IQ, 20-year-old white dude come up on the stream, accuse me of being a grifter narcissist, and then I'm going to ask him why he supports Trump.
You're white.
Then he's going to give me an indefensible position insofar as why he does. Then I'm going to refute it. I'm going to shoot it down, and I'm going to prove it wrong. And then he's going to respond to that by ignoring everything I said. Then he's going to say that I'm balding and repeat the fact that he thinks I'm a narcissist. You know, like, it's a script. Y'all all run it.
Your monologue.
Come on.
I'm going to respond to you, my friend.
Yeah, I'd like you to respond to literally any of the points that I brought up to demonstrate that Donald Trump is an effective cult leader that doesn't care about reason, fact, or logic.
Everything you say is vapid airs like ChatGPT. I don't know what you say. You just fit the word count, okay?
Would you prefer me to write it down on printer paper with crayon in less than 5 words? I could do it. It'd be difficult, but I could do it. I could get it done.
Dude, you literally talked for like 3 minutes straight. I don't know what you're talking about. You talked about...
I'll condense it. Are you ready, Andrew? Just make sure you listen close. I'll condense it, okay?
I brought up a counterpoint and you just ignore me. So
okay. I'm gonna condense it all right now. So I'm gonna condense it all right now, okay? Donald Trump virtue signals and doesn't care. Oh, look at the restriction that you got. You know what that means I got to do to you? I got to kick you. We're going to move on to the next guest because Mr. Andrew got a restriction. Everybody give us a minute to get the next Trump support.